Good morning, everybody. I thought we'd do a little bit of pendulum work today. Work out my trusty carnelian. Got my pillows ready. I'm going to keep it as steady with my hands as I can so that you can see that I don't wiggle my fingers like some people do. But we're not going to mention names. Listen, you don't need to fake this. You just need to focus on your spirit guides, and your spirit guides will come through. And they'll tell you who they are. You just have to ask. Right, Ellen? Yes. Thank you. My spirit guide's name is Ellen. I've established this because I've asked her repeatedly, and repeatedly she has told me through spelling her name who she is. And she's saying yes right now. So, we're going to probably go down a few rabbit holes here, so bear with me. I'm trying something new today. I'm actually videotaping from my tablet instead of my phone. It seems every time I started talking about certain subjects during my readings, my recordings will get turned off in the middle of my recording. See, and she's just really going, yes. They're trying to silence me from sharing my knowledge with you. So it's up to you if you want to listen to me or not. I really hope you take the time to listen, because my experience in this subject is vast. Not by choice, but by birth and by sheer accidents that I've gone through. My heart stops. I drop dead for 6 to 8 seconds. It doesn't seem like a very long time, but you try holding your breath for 6 to 8 seconds. Okay? Just think about that. And do it repeatedly, several times a year for over 30 years. Okay? You can't walk away from that normal. And I'm okay with that. I don't want to be normal. I'm okay with being me. And I'm sorry if who I am scares people or maybe puts people off, but I just don't have time for ridiculousness and pettiness. Like, we didn't come here for that. But you do need to be reminded of why you're here. And this is why they've gone at great lengths to show me and to remind me of my mission. Because she's agreeing with me. We all made a soul contract before we came here. And the people that we call our family, they sat down with us and they joined us in that soul contract. They agreed to come here with us and join us on that journey. Even the pets that we've had along the way were there prior to coming here and joined us. They chose to come. And they chose their ending. They sat down with you and chose their ending. And they will be there waiting for us when we return. When we finish our mission and we're allowed to leave this and go back to where we came from. And a lot of people have a misconception about where that is. It's just another place. It's not much different than where we are now. It's just a different mentality. Every place has its own ecosystem, its own environment, and its own people living there. And it's a mixed bag of people. And there's humans scattered throughout the cosmos. We're not the only planet with humans on it. And by the way, everything on here, everything on planet Earth that looks like it's human, isn't always human. She's agreeing with me. You can see this. This is moving back and forth over yes. And you can see I'm not moving my hands. They're as still as I can. Every now and then you might see me flinch, but that's because I have nerve damage, and sometimes my body just does what it wants to do when it wants to do it, and I don't have any control over it. Another fact of life I just have to deal with. But, I've learned to look at life a little bit differently. We are challenged. This is a challenge. It's like going to finishing school or advanced military training. And I say advanced because I've already been through military training. Being a human, it's one of the most difficult challenges there are. Coming here on Earth as a human being and getting through this and finishing your mission on the first try, it's a challenge. We are all being challenged, and that's the point. That's the whole point. Pain is the point, unfortunately. You're not going to learn anything if you don't feel any pain. It's all the lessons are lessons of pain. I'm sorry. But there's joy. Don't forget that there's joy. Okay? See, she's agreeing with me there too. There is joy. When they say that your family will be waiting for you on the other side, it's because when you finish this mission, it's like a homecoming party. It's like, yay, you graduated. We're throwing you a party. Welcome back. Yeah. She's just totally on it. Just totally on it. Thank you, Spirit. Every now and then I gotta readjust. Alright, so I had an instance at one time where I was at the Hemp Fest in Eugene, Oregon, selling my merchandise. I make one-of-a-kind hats and purses and bags for glass items. And on that occasion, my daughter and her boyfriend was with us, and we were at a hemp rally, so everybody was smoking weed. No big deal. It was legal here at the time. This was in Eugene, Oregon. Well, no, let me take that back. It was medically legal here at the time, but we were still fighting for it to be legalized recreationally. And I was sitting in my booth, and my daughter's boyfriend, Chaz, was sitting next to me. And for the most part, me and Chaz butted heads. We didn't get along. We're not going to go into that. But anyways, at this occasion, we were sitting down, just people watching, minding our store, minding our booth. And these two young guys came in, and they looked completely out of place. They didn't belong there. They were dressed wrong. They were completely dressed wrong. Like penny loafer shoes. Dress pants with the hem folded up. Button-up dress shirt that one would wear to a board meeting. Hair combed perfect and cut short above the ears. I mean, come on, I was in Eugene at a hemp rally. It was either spiked hair or dreadlocks was the dress of the day. These kids didn't fit in. Oh, and tie-dye. Tie-dye was the color of the day. You didn't wear normal clothes. These kids did not belong there. And I call them kids because they were like in their late teens or very early 20s. And they sat down on the ground right in front of me and Chaz, like maybe 4 feet away. And the one guy was looking at Chaz, and they were They were in a mind lock. They were talking without using words. And I could sense that there was a conversation going on over there. And the other one looked at me and he says, we want to buy mushrooms. They were looking for psilocybin mushrooms. I'm like, dude, we don't have any mushrooms for sale. This is a hemp rally. You need to go to a mushroom festival. Anyways, I was messing with him. But I was like, no, we don't sell mushrooms. We sell hats and bags. And all of a sudden, the kid in front of me, the skin on his face went bloop. Just the skin. Right here under his eye. Just drooped. And you could see behind this skin was scales. It was many shades of green and scales. It literally looked like an alligator that just took off a human costume. And I looked at Chaz, and Chaz looked at me at the exact same time, and we both said at the exact same time, did you see that? And we both said, yeah, at the exact same time, and we both looked back at the kid sitting in front of me, and he grabs his face, and he pushed it back up, and he said, gotta go. And they left, and they took off as quick as they could, and we never saw them again. I would have to say on that day, Chaz started questioning his faith, because up until that point, he was full-blown Christian. He didn't believe in any of the things that I was telling him until it walked right in front of us, and we saw it with our own two eyes. Honestly, I think he needed to check his shorts. Anyways, that was a really fun story I wanted to tell you. But honestly, there's a lot of creepy crawlies in the city of Eugene, Oregon. So don't be surprised if you encounter them. Bye.